Patricia. I heard from Aaron that you've decided where you're going for your honeymoon. Valerie, I was going to tell you that later. That's right. We've decided to go to Florida. We don't like to spend long hours inside a plane, so Florida's the best place for us. We have plenty of time to do some sightseeing when we arrive there. That's great. I have a week back, so I can't stay on the plane for a long time. Good choice, Patricia. Thanks for picking a place close by. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try marine sports. That sounds fun, doesn't it? I've only seen them on TV, so I've always wanted to try it. Oh, I see. By the way, Valerie, are you planning to go to Florida with your friends? Of course not. I was thinking of going with you and Aaron. I thought you guys would be okay with it. Is that a bad idea? Together? But me and Aaron are going for a honeymoon. I don't think it's a problem. It will be just the three of us in the new house anyway. Wouldn't it be nice to take a trip to get to know each other? It will be a great memory. Besides, you know what? I hear that honeymoons often lead to fights. And when that happens, I'll be on your side to mediate. You can rely on me. Haha, that's very nice of you. Anyway, does Aaron know that you're coming with us? Not yet. He's about to find out. Well, there's no reason to say no. Oh, I see. I understand. You don't want to travel with me, Patricia? Looks like your voice sounds unexcited. No, it's just that this time it's not a family trip but a honeymoon. Usually couples go by themselves, right? I had never heard of a family member participating in a honeymoon trip, so I didn't know how to react. Patricia, you are surprisingly old-fashioned, aren't you? It's more fun to travel with many people. We will be a family of 3 from now on, so let's get along. I got it. Oh, excuse me. I've got a customer on the phone. I'm going back to work. Oh dear, I'm sorry that I disturbed you. Good luck with your work. I'll look into the tourism-related information of Florida, so leave it to me. I have plenty of time to do that. Hey Aaron, did you know that your mother wants to go with us on our honeymoon? Yeah, I know about that. I just got a call from my mom out of the blue too. She's so excited in going that I'm so confused. I told her that I didn't want her to be on the honeymoon with us. Well, you did a great job. I tried several times to tell her no, but she's really looking forward to it. And if I told her outright, I'll make her sad. Mom has never been on a vacation like this before. She's never been on a trip, let alone abroad. And it's like a dream come true for her. She's always worked so hard to raise me. I understand what you're saying, but it's a honeymoon. A trip for just the two of us to get to know each other, right? Do you want me to goof off in front of your mother? I can't do that. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but can you let my mom go with us this time? After we get back from this trip, let's go on a trip for just the two of us, okay? Maybe we can stay at a luxury hotel and relax there. What do you think? Does that mean you're going to prioritize your mother than our sweet honeymoon trip? It's not like that, but would you understand? I appreciate and respect your mother for raising you by herself. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? But we can't take care of your mother while going for a honeymoon trip. It doesn't make any sense at all. This time, I'll let your mother join our honeymoon trip. But if something like this happens in the future, I won't forgive you. I understand. Just this once. Thank you. Don't forget that we're going on another honeymoon trip when we get back. Don't worry. I won't forget. Hasn't your mother come out of her room yet? She was so excited that she asked me to go with her to the souvenir shop before we catch our plane. I know, but she didn't answer when I went to her room and I haven't been able to get in touch with her. Are you sure that she's okay? Did she collapse in her room or something? I don't think so. Yesterday she was doing just fine. I'm worried about your mother, so I'm going to call her myself. Good morning, Valerie. Aaron says he couldn't get in touch with you. Are you all right? Oh, Patricia, good morning. Thanks for your concern. I'm fine. Valerie, Aaron was worried about you too, you know? Do you want to go shopping from now? Anyway, where are you now? Are you in your hotel room? Don't be surprised, okay? Actually, I just arrived home. What did you say? You mean you went back by yourself? When? How? Also, why didn't you tell me? I didn't mean to hide it and sneak back home. Anyway, everything is good. It's just that I wanted to go home. I'm kind of tired, so let me rest. Wait a minute, please. If you were going to leave, you should have told me that you were leaving. But anyway, at least you arrived home safely. We'll be back by nighttime too, so please take a good rest. Are you guys going back home today too? Come to think of it, I looked in my bag just now and found your wallet and passport in it. I guess they somehow got mixed up when I was packing for our return trip. I'm sorry I didn't notice. I'll return it to you when you get back. Oh, but wait. Oh my God. You can't come back without your passport, can you? What do you mean? What do you mean that my passport got into your bag? I'm quite sure that I put it in my own bag. There's no way that it's now in your bag. Does that mean that you took it out of my bag without my permission? Are you trying to say that I stole your passport? Watch your language, Patricia. It just got mixed up in there when I realized. Isn't it because you are sloppy? That's not possible. I had my valuables in my bag. How am I supposed to go home then? I don't know. I don't think I can help you with that. You were ignoring my opinion during the trip and made your own decision. Why don't you think about the solution for your own problem by yourself? Why did you do this to me? Were you planning to leave me in Florida from the beginning? Actually, not from the beginning. But I changed my mind when I saw your true character during the trip. Come to think of it, Patricia, you weren't keen on the trip after I told you that I'll join you. A wife shouldn't let her mother-in-law know her true intentions. It seems you were also reluctant to move in with me, right? What kind of a person are you to rebel against me after marrying my son? So, this is a discipline. It's how I express my love to you as a family. It's a whip of love. The first step is the most important so that you won't disobey me in the future. It was a good experience, wasn't it? You and Aaron should just do as I say. Now, what are you going to do? I know you are very anxious right now without your wallet and passport. This is what happens when you treat me poorly and disobey me. Now you understand, don't you? I understand enough. I understand too much that I'm shaking. What a good girl. By the way, are you still shaking in fear? I know you're worried if you don't have your wallet when you're on a trip. I'm sorry. I can't help you since I'm already back home. I don't know what to do. I'm not anxious. I'm shaking with anger. It's against common sense for you to come along on my honeymoon trip. Also, taking out the wallet and passport of someone's bag is a crime. Are you aware of that? You're so persistent. Seems that you still have the energy to rebel to me. I'm going to have a hard time from now on dealing with you. You are such a troublesome wife. I can hardly imagine dealing in the future with someone who thinks that crime is discipline. The fact that you stole my wallet and passport is totally crime, and I will be contacting the police. What? The police? You're calling the police for a mere family problem? You shouldn't bother. Are you out of your mind? Stop playing the victim since I'm the real victim here. It's you who are out of your mind, Valerie. Even a child knows that if you steal from someone, you will be punished. I didn't steal it. I'm just disciplining you. You are not making any sense. Then we should let the police decide, shall we? I'll talk to Aaron first and then call the police. I'm so busy, so I will call you back. You should calm down and think about what you have done. I am not going to apologize since I didn't do anything wrong. Please take responsibility for what you did. Hey, Patricia, what have you done? I'm busy right now, Valerie. Is something wrong? I can't stop getting calls from my relatives. They said that I'm a disgrace for what I did. Oh, I see. Looks like the response has been unexpectedly powerful. Maybe it's because I posted on social media that you stole my wallet and passport and left me in Florida. Your relatives have the access to the social media, so they can also see it. Oh my God, what a thing to do! Quick! Delete that post and correct your mistake. Why should I correct it? It's the truth. I'm the one who's getting the ire of all my relatives. Well, that's none of my business. You deserve that. It's your business too, isn't it? Your family. You're supposed to help me. Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Family? You came along on a trip and interrupted the newlywed couple. And then to top it off, you took my wallet and passport out of my bag. That's not something a family member would do. I'm disappointed. You are a persistent person and also not a good listener. I'm telling you that the wallet and passport just happened to be in my bag. You still think of it that way? I'm not going to argue with you about that now. I had a discussion with Aaron. As you can see, he is indignant. When I return back home, I'll probably have to cut ties with you. What the hell is that? Why do I have to cut ties with Aaron? He's my sweet son. If you who have no remorse get involved, there will be more unreasonable things happen in the future. Aaron is worried about me because of this incident. He thought it was dangerous for me to stay with you. Stealing my wallet and left me abroad without a care is too cruel for a discipline. Even though Aaron is a child of such a mother, I'm glad that he's decent. I wonder if he's just like his decent father. It is common sense for a wife to listen to her husband and her mother-in-law. All you did annoyed me, so it's natural to discipline you, right? Why don't you just say it directly then? You don't have to do this kind of criminal act. If you had told me about your concerns, I would have listened to you properly. In the first place, you just said that a wife is supposed to listen to her mother-in-law. You called me old-fashioned before, didn't you? I will say exactly the same thing to you. You were married before, weren't you? You had a bad experience yourself. So now, you are doing the same thing to me? I admire you for raising your children by yourself, but there is a difference between that and this. Maybe so, but I'm so upset now since I have seen your true character. I never thought that you are that kind of person. Oh, I know that you're trying to impress me with your talk, but since I stole your wallet, how are you going to come back home? If you can't come back, it doesn't matter what you insinuate. It won't hurt. I still have Aaron with me. Seems that you don't know anything. What do you mean by that? If you lose your wallet, as long as you have your smartphone with you, you can manage to pay for stuff by using the app and go back home safely. I guess you didn't know about that. Even if I don't have my smartphone with me, I have Aaron who'll help me. Finally, you just said it out, didn't you? You stole my wallet. I'll use this as evidence to file a theft report with the police. Wait a minute! Are you really going to call the police? Not only you forced me to cut the cord with Aaron, but you also want to call the police? That's too much! Too much? That's what you did to me. Go ahead. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Patricia, I got a call from my son. He sounded so formal and I felt as if he were a stranger. It seems that he really intends to cut ties with me. That's right. I won't lie to you. Did you think I was lying when I said that to you? I didn't think you would go that far. Aaron says he loves me and will protect me, who is his precious wife. It's too late for you to regret it now, okay? I can't forgive you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. If Aaron and I are no longer family, how will I be able to live? I don't care about that. Why don't you solve it by yourself? Serves you right. Right now, I'm living on the money Aaron sends me every month. If we are no longer mother and son, it means that I'll lose those remittances. How can I survive? Why don't you start to get a job to pay for your own living expenses then? The only thing that's important to you is the money. With that kind of thinking, how could you expect me to forgive such a cruel mother? I have no intention of forgiving you. Also, I think the police will be contacting you soon. I contacted the police after I returned back home and told them that my wallet was stolen. I also showed them the evidence. What am I supposed to do? I'm in a panic because I've made Aaron upset, and now the police are coming too. By the way, not only will you be arrested for theft, but you will also be charged with compensation. No way! I was left in Florida without my wallet, and I was also experiencing the mental anguish of the possibility of not being able to return home. When I contacted the police, they told me that I should also consult a lawyer. So I consulted the lawyer and found out that I can also get compensation for what you did to me. I'm looking forward to your payment. Thank you very much. I can't afford to pay for the compensation when I can't even make a living without Aaron's remittances. Even if you can't pay, I'll have you pay for that at all costs. You'll have to ask your lawyer how you're gonna pay. I don't think there's any way not to pay, but maybe they can give you some advice on how to find a job and pay for that. Patricia, I'm so sorry. What I did was too much for a discipline. I apologize. Really, forgive me. I'm just a weak old lady, okay? Weak? Stop joking, Valerie. I've never seen someone so strong like you before. So I'm not going to forgive you, no matter how hard you try. I hope you will realize in time about the consequences of what you have done to me. I'm going to be separated from Aaron, who I worked so hard to raise. That alone is an unbelievable suffering, and you don't need to add compensation on top of it. At the very least, please, don't cut me off from the family ties. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. It was Aaron who came up with the idea after he heard about what you did to me. So it doesn't make sense for you to tell me to stop cutting the cord. Please tell Aaron directly. Well, I don't think he'll withdraw his decision anyway. That's impossible. I've raised him so carefully. I don't know how you raised Aaron, but thank you for being completely contrary and setting a bad example for me. Aaron seems to understand that your ideas are crazy. You know what? I don't deserve this. I'm sorry about that. It's called karma. You know that? Thank you again for setting a bad example for me and Aaron this time. What goes around comes around. So please do your best to atone for your sins. Now then, I have nothing more to say to you, Valerie. Please excuse me. Valerie was arrested by the police for theft. However, since it was her first offense, she received a stern warning and was given a suspended sentence and did not face jail time. We heard about this fact from a relative, and we did not go to see her in person because we were afraid that she would get involved further and do something nasty to us. Aaron, as he had declared to me, cut off all contact with his mother, and of course, he has stopped sending money to her. My mother-in-law, who still could not give up, visited her house every day, crying and sometimes swearing at us. Even though I told her that she was disturbing the neighborhood, she refused to listen and asked me to resume sending money to her. I can never forgive her, so I turned her away. Since I was fed up with her coming to my house every day, me and Aaron decided to move into a house with better conditions than before without telling Valerie about that. We also charged her for compensation, which she had no choice but to start working part-time again to pay for that since Aaron has stopped sending money to her. I heard a rumor that my mother-in-law, who is very energetic for her age, talkative, puts her own mistakes on the shelf, and is always mean to the younger staff at her part-time job, so everyone dislikes her. I'm not a cruel person, so after Aaron cut the cord with his mother and she agreed to pay for the compensation, I deleted my social media posts about what had happened. Now that we are no longer related, me and Valerie are strangers. Since we have some money to spare from the compensation we received, we are happily planning where to go for our honeymoon, just the two of us, one more time. Peter, are you still at work? I need to talk to you for a minute. I can't take it anymore.
I'm at work. What do you think you're doing? Don't interrupt me.
Your mother called again.
So what?
She was asking about when we are going to have a baby every single day. I've had enough of this. She's driving me crazy.
Just ignore her, okay? You're the one who's overreacting. It's just a phone call anyway.
She keeps calling until I pick up the phone. I can't ignore her. The other day, you said you were going to tell her to stop, didn't you?
If you care so much, why don't you tell my mom directly?
Of course I did. I told her that my husband doesn't want to have children. Even if I told her that, she said that I was blaming you. She keeps saying the same thing over and over again.
Well, it can't be helped.
Huh? Peter, we haven't talked about having children ever since we got married. I told you multiple times that I want kids, didn't I?
I still want more time to myself. I'm not ready yet to spend time for the kids. I'm too busy with work and I don't have the time or money to raise a child, so you should give up already.
I've given up on having kids since you yelled at me to stop talking about that. I don't want kids anymore, but instead, I want you to do something about your mother. She calls me every single day. I'm really stressed out and I don't know what to do.
I'll tell her next time. Stop nagging me about this, okay? It's normal for a mother-in-law to annoy her daughter-in-law. Don't make a fuss just because she annoyed you a little.
Of course it's not normal. Besides, you're my husband, so you have to protect your wife.
You have become a pain in the ass since we got married. I married you because I liked your sassiness. I think we should get a divorce.
That's my line. Before we got married, you were a kind man who cared about me. After we got married, you became a different person. You won't even look me in the eye. I used to love you, but now you scare me.
I don't know. The moment we got married, the whole idea of marriage became a burden to me.
When you proposed to me, you said you would make me happy forever.
I realized after we entered the marriage that you weren't as attractive as I thought you were, so I couldn't do anything about it.
Then why do you have to wait for 2 years to say that? If you had divorced me right away, you and I wouldn't have to go through all this pain.
Everyone around me is getting married, and if I'm the only one getting divorced so fast, I'd be a laughingstock. I decided to stay married to you only as a formality.
I'm amazed that you've made it this far just because of that. I admire your guts. By the way, there's something I've been thinking about and I haven't told you.
What is it?
You're cheating on me. I've witnessed it many times and I have proof. There's no way you can get away with it now.
How the heck did you find out about that? But from the perspective of our marriage, this isn't cheating or anything. We were just a married couple with a mask of formality, and we didn't love each other at all on the inside. It's rather normal for the husband to have a mistress outside marriage.
Since the divorce is on the table, I thought I'd tell you now.
Are you planning to get a divorce and take all the alimony from me?
Well, that's the short answer. I don't want to have a divorce without having any compensation paid to me. You and your mother have put me through a lot of trouble.
I'll pay you whatever alimony you want. It's a small price to pay to get away from you.
You think you're the only one who wants a divorce? I'm telling you, I'm at my wit's end.
I see. Maybe you're having an affair too. You're gonna leave me and be with the guy you're cheating with, right?
Don't insult me. No matter how hard our marriage is, as long as I'm your wife, I'm never going to cheat on you. I'm not like you. Before we got married, you said a lot about how you wanted to have kids with me.
Once we got married, I changed my mind. Why don't you have a baby with the next person you marry? I'll send you a baby gift, a wedding gift, whatever you want.
You better not forget your own words. I won't forget it though.
You're so attached to money, aren't you? It's scary.
I have to take exactly what I can get. I'll also charge your mother for alimony for all the harassment-related things she did to me.
If I could get a divorce from you, I'd give you as much money as you want.
Then I'll consult with a lawyer and send you a written agreement.
Yeah, go on.
The divorce was finalized that day. I started by asking for alimony, and I asked my ex-husband for everything I could claim. I even got him to sign it, and we had an agreement. The problem is that I still can't cut ties with him since we're still dealing with the money. I have decided to take what I can get until he runs out of money. Since I will never hear from my ex-husband's mother sneering at me again, I'm sure that I can sleep peacefully every day from now on. Your mother called me all the way. She told me that after our divorce, you were remarried right away and had a child. Your mother must be out of her mind to even contact me just to tell me that.
Oh, come on. Are you jealous? Thanks to our divorce, I've got a beautiful wife and a baby. So, can you stop charging me the alimony and other things?
You can't do that. You've already signed the papers, so that would be a breach of contract.
It's not a breach of contract if you can work it out with your lawyer. Just say we're settled.
Absolutely not. I'm not backing down from this deal. You're gonna pay me what you promised me at all cost.
Well, I know that you'll never remarry and you'll never have kids anyway. All you can do is to watch me living my happy life while being jealous for what I have.
Can you please stop judging my life? And, for that matter, why don't you do something about your mother?
I don't give a shit. I'm taking care of my pregnant wife, so I can't be worrying about you.
Tell your mother not to contact me since we're already divorced. No matter what I told her, she kept telling me that the only mistake in her life was to let her son get married to me. I thought I was free after the divorce, but this is no different.
She's correct, isn't she? It's your fault for not trying to make her fond of you. My new wife comes over to my parents' house whenever she gets a chance and tries to get to know my mom better. Don't just complain about someone who's working hard.
I always said I wanted to go home to your parents' house on the weekends to spend more time with your family, didn't I? But you always said that no one would be home, so I couldn't go. Don't make it sound like it's my fault.
No, it's your fault. You should have gone on a weekday during the day.
I can't. I have work on weekday. You just hated me.
Our relationship is over. I don't care what you're talking about.
Anyway, I really need you to do something about it because I'm getting more than 20 incoming calls from your mother while I'm at work. It's bad for my mental health, and it's affecting my work too.
My mom is very fond of my new wife. She'll forget all about you sooner or later.
That's not the point. We're already divorced, so it's not right for your mother to keep contacting me.
I've taken care of you all this time, so don't be selfish. Just put up with it, okay? You're still the same gutless son of a bitch, aren't you?
You can say things like that because you don't know anything. I'm going to block her from now on.
Why don't you just do that from the start?
Even if she was a nasty mother-in-law, she was my family, so I can't do that easily. But I've had enough.
Suit yourself. You'll have to think about reducing the amount of alimony again.
I'm not going to reduce it. You have to pay it since you were having an affair. I'll never forgive you until you pay everything.
Don't talk to me like that. All right, I'll pay you the amount you want.
Yes, you just have to do what you're responsible for.
You knew about that, didn't you?
Knew what?
That my wife was your friend.
I knew. I introduced her to you so many times, but you don't remember anything. By the way, even then, you kept saying how pretty she was. I'm amazed that your taste in women hasn't changed at all.
I've been wanting to talk to you about something else.
Don't ask me for advice. I don't even know you anymore.
I just want to ask you one thing.
What's that?
Yesterday, my wife confessed to me that the baby she's carrying is not mine.
I know.
Seriously?
If you'd done the math in the first place, you'd know that right away. Were you so blinded by your immediate happiness that you couldn't see what was going on around you?
If my mother knew about this, she'd be furious. What should I do?
Huh? Why are you asking me? Why don't you think about that yourself?
I don't want the divorce even if I find out the child is not mine. I care about my wife.
Then you'll just have to be honest and say so. I don't care what you two have to say. Don't contact me anymore.
Hold on a sec. I need to talk to you.
Is there more?
My wife's pregnant, so I'm taking more days off at work. Plus, we're going to have to pay for the baby. So I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a break from paying the alimony.
I can't do that.
You've got to think about us, you know? I know that I shouldn't ask for this, but you'd feel sorry for me if I put that burden on my pregnant wife and kids, wouldn't you?
You did a bad thing by cheating on me, so you have to be punished. Your punishment is to pay the alimony. Do you understand, Peter? It doesn't matter what your family does. You're the one who has to take responsibility. If you're going to ask for advice, it's appropriate to ask your wife, not me.
Sorry. I'm sorry for everything I've done, and I really am. But I'd like you to put an end to the alimony once and for all. After the baby is born and things settle down, I will personally pay you alimony every month.
I don't trust you anymore. I'm not going to give in on the alimony, and I don't want you to contact me again. If you want to talk about it, you'll have to talk to my lawyer.
What the hell? I'm asking you a favor.
No matter how much you ask, my feelings will not be swayed.
You're jealous because I had a baby with another woman, right? And just because it's with your own friend.
Well, it's not your child anyway.
Gosh.
It's time for you to see the reality.
My current wife is beautiful and she loves me, so I can forgive whatever she does to me. She's married to me now, so the child she's carrying is definitely mine. As long as my mom doesn't find out, we'll be fine.
I'm sure she'll find out sooner or later. Well, I'm not going to stop charging you for the alimony, so goodbye.
Hey, pick up the phone.
What? Can you please stop calling me?
Don't be so cold. I can't live like this anymore. Help me.
Huh? Don't ask me for help.
Since the baby was born, there have been days when she doesn't come home. I thought something was wrong, but she was cheating on me.
So what?
We're still friends, right? Do something about it.
You told me that you can forgive whatever she does to you because she's beautiful and she loves you, didn't you? You should at least forgive her for cheating on you. You've done it yourself in the past.
I can't live like this every day. Besides, the baby is not related to me.
You're married to your new wife now, so I'm pretty sure the child you're carrying is yours. You said this too, right?
I did say that, but I can't stand it anymore. Don't you feel sorry for me? Why don't we start over?
Excuse me? No way. Don't you see the reality yet?
If you give me another chance, I'll be a good husband. I'll have kids with you, and I'll make sure to tell my mom not to harass you. Please!
Okay, I'll just say it now. I got remarried.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's true.
I have no doubt that your husband doesn't want to have kids anyway, so you'll be sad again. If you came back to me, I won't make you sad ever again.
I've got a baby now. I'm 3 months pregnant.
Oh no.
So I should get a congratulatory gift from you, right? You said you'd give it to me when we got divorced. I haven't forgot about that yet.
You're kidding.
I know I've been disrespected by you a lot in the past, but I'm definitely happier now. My new husband doesn't cheat on me. He comes home straight after work every night. He values family time. On his days off, he always takes me out on dates. He's a wonderful husband.
I'm confident I can make you happier, so come back to me.
I won't trust you. Your life right now is the result of that.
I can't give up the baby easily, and if we get divorced, I'll still have to pay child support.
That's none of my business.
I'll pay the rest of the alimony and the celebratory money in a lump sum in the future. So please, let me off the hook for now. Please, I beg you.
No matter how hard you beg me by texting, it's useless. I've told you repeatedly that I can't do it, and you keep pestering me like crazy. Seems that you're not sorry at all for what you've done to me.
No, I'm really sorry for what I've done to you in the past. So next time, let me go apologize in person along with my mom. I'll get down on my knees or whatever.
Ugh, I don't even want to see your face, so don't come.
I've been thinking about what I did wrong for a while now, so let me apologize. I want you to see that I'm really sorry.
I'm so happy right now. I'm starting to forget about you. So can you please not remind me of any more bad memories? The money part hasn't been cut off though, so I just want to get it all paid off. And for that reason, I don't want to stop charging you.
Is that husband of yours really a good guy? Maybe he's actually cheating on you. Think about who can really make you happy.
What are you talking so high and mighty about? The person who can really make you happy, at least, is not you. You are the worst man I've ever seen.
That will change from now on, because I've already forgotten what I've done.
No, you're not allowed to forget what you've done just like that. You'll never forget, and you'll live with remorse and regret for the rest of your life. I thought I'd never forget what you've done to me, but it seems that I was wrong. Now I'm too happy that I can forget everything happened in the past. So don't ever contact me directly again.
No, wait. Are you sure you won't remarry me again? You're not even thinking about it.
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I have a nice, kind, and faithful husband.
I actually still love you, you know.
Don't say that. Why don't you live happily with your beautiful wife who loves you and your child? Well, goodbye.
Wait, I'm not done talking yet. Please, forgive me.
I spoke through my lawyer, and Peter honestly paid the rest of the alimony and even congratulatory money. It seems that his mother also found out that the child isn't his and his wife was cheating on him. In the end, Peter filed a divorce with his wife. I'm glad that I chose my current husband, and I'm also blessed with a child now. I think that I'm the happiest person in the world. Hi, Mom. I just got home from school. I had a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Were you playing with your friends? Welcome home. It was a club day. I did my best to cook. I made hamburgers. It was so much fun. You made hamburgers? That's great. I wonder if you can make some for me when I get out of the hospital. I'll make it for you. I'll make it for you. When can you get out of the hospital? After the baby's born, maybe in a few weeks. I see. That's sad. I wish we were closer to the hospital so I could go see you and my baby sister. I can't wait to see you. Sorry, I miss you too, Anna. Hang in there a little longer. I'll be home soon with your baby sister. Mommy can't wait to see you too. Daddy and Grandma won't take me to the hospital. They seem to be busy and aren't home much. I try my best to cook and eat by myself every day. I also clean up everything by myself. Is that so? Every day? Well, Dad has to work, but I don't think Grandma goes out that much. She's out with friends today too. She said she's staying over. She and Dad were talking about the beach, but she won't tell me where they're going. What? I didn't hear anything about that either. I asked her to take care of you when I'm away. Then what's for dinner tonight? Did you prepare it or did Grandma? Dad gave me some money, so I went to the convenience store and bought something. Huh. I'm sorry, Anna. I'll make you a delicious dinner when I get out of the hospital. Go buy something before it gets dark. I'll ask Dad if he can come home early. Just have a little patience, okay? Okay. Hello, Mary. I can't reach Kevin. Do you know where he is? Could you tell him to call me when he comes back? What a troublesome request. I don't deserve to be called Mary as your mother-in-law in the first place. You're not my family. You know that, don't you? You're not related to me by blood. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. I'll be careful, but Anna is my beloved, beautiful daughter, and she's your adorable grandchild, right? Beautiful. Hey, I don't know. And about Kevin? He's been busy with work lately, so he'll be home late. Actually, I started having contractions a little while ago, and it looks like our baby is going to be born in the morning. I'm sorry, but I'd like you to call him so he can be there. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, that's a hassle. Why don't you just ask Anna, my lovely granddaughter? Ha ha ha. Of course, that's impossible, isn't it? Anna is still in elementary school and it's already late at night. I'm sorry, but I'm about to go to bed. If I wait for Kevin, I won't be able to sleep. Actually, why don't you tell Kevin after the baby's born? How about that? It's a good idea, even for me. Kevin is busy too. It's Kevin's child too, right? I'm sure he is looking forward to it. Please do inform him. You're such an overreacting person. It's not the first time you've given birth, so you should be fine on your own. Anyway, I don't have much free time either. I need to rest when I can. Can't you show more care to the elderly? You can take care of yourself. You're not a child. Okay, I understand. I'll try to contact Kevin again later. Of course. You should take care of things yourself from the beginning. Don't make the mistake of asking for help from the wrong person. Well, I hope Kevin will reply, LOL. What do you mean? Do you know why I can't get in touch with him? I don't know. So why don't you try your best to get in touch with Kevin? I have to pay for the procedure after the birth and the hospital fees. I wanted him to come. It's a lot of work for me to do it alone after the birth. Why don't you ask your own parents? Yes, you should. That's what family is for, My parents live far away from home, so it's not possible to ask them all of a sudden. Besides, I don't want them to worry. I understand now. I'll take care of it myself. I won't depend on you anymore. Yes, please do that. You really are a stupid woman. You're so annoying. Kevin must be stressed out from living with you. LOL. I feel sorry for my son. I really do. You said you want to live with us. If you don't want to, we don't have to have you live with us. Huh? What? I can't hear you very well. You're really not nice, are you? You're not very considerate. The food you cook is bad, the cleaning is lousy, and I get stressed out no matter what you do. I see. I didn't know that I had put you through such a hard time. I think we should talk about our future plans when I get out of the hospital. That's a good idea. Well, don't depend on me. You just think about what you should do, all right? Anna, where are you now? I wanted to hear your voice, Anna. How are you? Are you with your grandma and dad? What do you want? What's wrong, Anna? It's your mom, dear. No, it's not. You're not my mom anymore. What do you mean? What's wrong? I just came home from the hospital and the house is empty. It's like a new house. I'm so surprised. What's going on? Dad and Grandma moved out, but they left me. Moved? I haven't heard anything. Where are you? It's not that surprising. It's nothing to do with you because you're not my family anymore. Oh, a message. Dad said to sign the divorce papers on the front porch. What does that mean? What's the matter with you? Can you put your dad or grandma on the phone for me? There should be some kind of mistake. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm in an orphanage. Orphanage? Why are you in an orphanage? What do you mean? You're a good actor, Mom. You said you wanted to put me in an orphanage. That's what Grandma said. You said I'm in the way. I wouldn't say that. Don't believe her. You are more important to me than my own life. I'll come and get you right away. So, can you tell me which facility? What? Are you sure? Mom, do you really want me to come back? Yes, I'm sure. You're my darling daughter. I would never do such a thing. I miss you so much right now. I was so sad. My grandma and dad were making you out to be the bad guy. He said he is divorcing you, but you wanted to put me in an orphanage because I am in the way. Don't worry. I won't say that, and I won't do it. I swear to God, I promise. I believe you. Please come get me soon. I miss you. I'm sorry I made you feel sad. I'll come get you soon. It's called Sunflower Orphanage. Please be quick, okay? Of course, I will be there as soon as possible. Do you know where your dad and grandma are? I don't know. Apartments? I think that's what they said. Also, Dad said he's getting married to a new bride. An apartment? Marriage? He said it's because they're going to have a new baby. Do you think he was talking about your sister that I gave birth to? Probably not. Dad and Grandma were talking about a boy. I understand. I'm sorry, Anna. I'll pick you up tomorrow. Have you filled out the divorce papers? Please fill them out as soon as possible. You're a slow learner, for God's sake. Call me when you sign them. There will be something about the division of property. Please wait. Shouldn't we talk about this first? Talking is just going to take time. Please agree to the divorce as soon as possible. Don't you want to see Anna as soon as possible? Anna is right next to me. What kind of nerve do you have to leave her in an orphanage? I'm getting a divorce even if he didn't ask me to. I can't stand you guys anymore. I don't even want to live with you. I will get child support and alimony. You're kidding, aren't you? What kind of alimony? It's the alimony for Kevin's infidelity. I heard he's going to have a boy. Who did you hear that from? Anna told me everything. It's so awful to involve an elementary school child. She talked about you like you were the bad guy, but then she immediately turned to you. She's your daughter after all. She's really a little bit of a bitch. Don't worry. I'll take full responsibility for raising Anna. I'm divorcing Kevin. He wasn't there for the birth. He's having an affair, and he left Anna in an orphanage. He really is the worst. Now. Calm down. Adultery is not the word. It's about changing wives. Switching to a better one. What's wrong? His new wife is having a boy. And unlike you, who can only give birth to a girl, she's way much better. She's young and beautiful. And yes, she will go out shopping with me. I'm glad you like her, but I will get alimony whether he has a child or a new wife. You are really black-hearted, aren't you? You always talk about money. I'll pay it even if you don't tell me, as soon as I get my share of the property. What are you talking about? You won't get it. It's your joint property, so he will get half of it. It seems like you were making a lot of money, so it should be easy enough to pay alimony. Ha 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 ha. Which one of us is the black-hearted one? You were planning something cunning like that, weren't you? What are you laughing at? I'm filing on the grounds of divorce for child abandonment, so Kevin's share is 0. What? Are you kidding? Don't try to fool around with an elderly. It's the truth. Besides, he's also been having an affair, so he'll be charged alimony too, LOL. You and your son are both idiots. I thought you were a little more calculating. Kevin said it would be profitable. Too bad. You are an idiot. If the other party is pregnant, I can easily find out about the affair, and I've already consulted a lawyer. My name is Katie, and I've just consulted with you on the phone. I would like to file a claim for alimony for my husband's infidelity. But can I also file a claim against the adulterous partner? Yes, you can claim alimony from both your husband and the adulterous partner. Usually, it would be about $3 million if you are divorcing. Good. In the divorce, will half of the money go to the husband since it is joint property? In this case, since your husband has left the child in the care of an orphanage without your consent, it falls under the category of abandonment. If you make abandonment of the child the grounds for divorce, the husband's share will be 0, even if it is communal property. I see. Thank you very much. Also, since the adulterous partner is apparently pregnant, is that sufficient evidence of adultery? Yes, it is. If she is pregnant, we can easily find out about the affair. Also, the text message with your husband's mother is also sufficient evidence, so there is no need for you to worry. In this case, the fees for the affair, the abandonment of the child, and the fact that the other party is also pregnant are expected to be higher than the usual price I mentioned earlier. I understand. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I'm sorry, Katie. Let's talk about it. It will take time to discuss this properly. Let's reconsider, shall we? I thought you and Kevin would be a good match for each other. I'll persuade Kevin to break up with his adulterous partner. I don't care about that. You don't have to do anything. I was thinly aware of it, but I didn't realize he was really having an affair. I had a little hope that he might change his mind after the birth of our second daughter. But recently, Kevin has been cold to me and to Anna, and it's been hard. I'm already fed up with him. I will give him a good scolding. Please, reconsider. Besides, you can't make a decision to divorce so soon, can you? It was you who told me to sign the divorce papers as soon as possible. Thank you for pushing me. You're the one who rushed me into this. I wonder if you are losing your mind already. Yes, I think I might have been a little hasty. I was planning this. I just felt sorry for you. You'll have to forgive me. I don't want to hear such lies. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm really sorry. We'll both apologize properly. Please, reconsider. I'm sorry. I can't do that. The divorce papers have just been filed, so it's too late, since you admitted the fact of adultery. What? You already filed it? Wait a minute. Didn't you just get out of the hospital? Yes, I did. My second daughter is at the government office being seen by my parents. Because you wanted us to divorce, at the end of the day, I'm a witty wife. LOL. That's true. I can't believe you didn't talk to Kevin even once. Don't you both have any affection for each other? I can't have a discussion with someone who depends on his mother and can't be reached. I don't have love for him. Not anymore anyway. Kevin wanted to get a divorce too, I'm sure. The divorce papers were filed immediately because all the necessary sections were filled in. Even if he did, it is terrible of you to submit it without permission. If Kevin's signature was already on the form, it was fine. You said you would contact me when you signed it. Then why didn't you just leave it unsigned? You were right. You were just trying to be considerate. I'm glad we're both idiots. It was all your idea anyway. You said you would just leave the divorce papers while I was in the hospital, move to a new house, and leave Anna at an orphanage because you didn't want her in the new family. That wasn't my intention. How can you say that after harassing me to the point of being obvious? I know your character well enough to understand it. You've been cold to me since the beginning of our marriage. I understand. You can hate me now, so why don't you talk it over with Kevin? That's not needed. There's nothing I want to talk to Kevin about. I don't have time to talk to him either. Everything will be communicated through a lawyer. You have to decide the name of your second daughter with Kevin, don't you? That's impossible for a lawyer, isn't it? I don't want a cheater to think about it. He is already a stranger anyway. I have no more remorse or anything for Kevin. Actually, Katie, I thought I'd make a fortune from the division of property, so I'm moving to a condo. I have a favor to ask you, though. Is that okay? What is it? Don't tell me you're brazenly asking me to pay for it. I'm not going to go that far, but I'd like you to take a little bit into consideration for the division of property. I used all my savings for the down payment of this condo. Wow, that's tough. Kevin never put any money into our house, saying something about a retirement fund. But that's none of my business. I can give you some advice. You have to sell it and move to a cheaper place. I can't sell it! Kevin and his new wife chose this place. I see. LOL. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I have nothing to do with it. Please talk to Kevin and his new wife about it. Well, it seems that we are on the same page. I'm sure the lawyer will talk to you soon, so please don't bother me anymore. I'm sorry. I will correct what I did wrong, so please reconsider. After that, I requested alimony money from Kevin through my lawyer. I also claimed alimony from the adulterous partner, and it seems that Kevin did not tell her that he was married, so the adulterous partner is also claiming alimony. I firmly received alimony, child support, and property division, and I cut off my ties with both Kevin and my mother-in-law. I have told Anna that she may see her father, but she does not seem to have the slightest intention of seeing him. The other day, I heard about the other party's situation through a lawyer, and it says that they cannot pay the mortgage on the apartment and are living in a shabby one-room apartment, but that is irrelevant. I have returned to work after maternity leave and have resumed working hard. Raising 2 children is a challenge, but I'm leading a fulfilled life with a lot of happiness with the help of my own parents.
Hello, Sandy. Can I have a moment now? Sure, what's up? I just want to check on something with you. What is it? Don't make me nervous. I hope not, but... What's wrong? Ashley, you sound so serious. Is my brother visiting you? What? Here? Your brother? Why do you ask? Well, you met him at our wedding, right? His name is Ken. Of course, I remember him. He's a big guy and looked cool. I heard that my brother often visits your house. Oh yeah, he was here last weekend too. Did you have something urgent? No, I just wanted to ask you directly what kind of relationship you have with him. Oh no, Ashley, you're going to make me tell you? Well, Ken and I are dating. You're in a relationship? You guys love each other? I think my brother is at least 20 years younger than you. Yes, that's true. But what does age difference matter in a relationship? Even though he is younger, he is firm and kind. He supports me. Plus, he's cute since he's young. Oh, I don't know what to say. Sandy, you know my brother is married, right? Of course I know, but he got divorced, poor thing. Huh? Divorced? Yeah, he got divorced recently, right? You don't have to worry about me. My husband's already passed away, so we don't have a problem. The age difference is covered by feelings, so it's not a problem. Your brother said so too. There seems to be a misunderstanding, so let me tell you. My brother and his wife are not divorced. Oh boy, he said they're divorced. It may be hard for him to tell you. Or are you lying and trying to tear us apart? You wouldn't do that, would you? After all, he wouldn't want his sister to see him looking bad, I guess. Sandy, please wake up. It can't be true. Anyway, they are not divorced. I just have one favor. What? Don't say anything and please break up with my brother now. That's an unreasonable request. No matter how much you ask for it, Ashley, he might really be divorced. I'm telling you they're not divorced. I'm telling you this because I'm his family, so this is the truth. But I believe him. Sandy, let me ask, how long have you been dating him? About a year and a half. We're going on a trip for our 2-year anniversary. Oh, don't tell him, okay? Has it been that long? Well, looking back, a lot has happened. A lot of passionate things. We look like a couple that's been together for a long time. You said earlier that my brother got divorced recently, right? Yes, he did. So you've been together since he wasn't divorced yet? Oh, just between you and me, okay? Well, I guess that's what was happening. I mean, what are you doing, Sandy? How could you have such a relationship with my married brother? Don't you feel guilty? At first a little, but I was overwhelmed by his passion. Now I'm glad it turned out this way. Moreover, I heard that he and his wife had no feeling to each other already. He said he felt healed when he was with me. Did you take all of that seriously? He said he could have the married life which he dreamed of with me. He said he didn't need children and the two of us could live happily together. Did my brother really say that? Sandy, let me tell you the fact. His wife is pregnant now. Ha ha ha, Ashley. That's not a funny joke. He said he didn't even want to touch his wife and there is no way she could be pregnant. But he would have a child between us. I can't believe it. Well, unfortunately, No matter how hard we try, I can't get pregnant anymore though. Ashley, I'm glad you're worried about me, but I can't go along with your lies about his wife being pregnant. Don't worry, we'll be fine. No, I'm not lying. And I'm not worried. I'm upset and angry. I see. It's none of your business and stress is bad for your skin. Anyway, he's coming over this weekend, so I'll talk to him. This weekend? Where do you think my brother lives when he's not at your house? He told you that he's divorced, right? Are you saying that if he's divorced, he and his wife live separately? He can't be living with her because they are divorced. It seems he's living with his cousin right now. Cousin? Which cousin? Yuan? Yuan is indeed my cousin. They've been close since they were kids, so it makes sense that he's letting him stay there. Oh, they've always been close, so that's where he usually stays. Even before the divorce, you didn't know? So he goes to work every day from Yuan's house? His house is 2 hours away by Metrolink. If you take the highway, it would take more. That's right, that's the problem. That's why I'm helping him with the transportation fee. Why? He works and has money too, right? That's the thing. His ex-wife is the worst, apparently. You see, he has his wife's stepdaughter who is now 3 years old, right? She doesn't work and they divorced on the condition that he will give her child support and living expenses, so he's giving her $1,800 a month. Is that what he says? That he had a stepdaughter? Yes, that ex-wife. I heard she got divorced once in the past. She said she has a child with her ex-husband. Did my brother really say that? Of course he did. What's the point of me making it up? He said it's not his real child, but since they live together, it's like his own, so he said he'd take care of her. Can you find a man who could think like that? Even though he is young, he is very dependable. Since he sacrifices himself like that, he only has about $700 left every month. That's why he keeps asking me for money. I see. That amount is as much as the allowance for a married man. Right? That's all he has left. What is that ex-wife thinking? Sandy, that's enough. I have understood. You finally understand? See, Ken was really divorced. There's no point in discussing here. Anyway, please ask him about the divorce again. Ashley, you are surprisingly persistent. Well, I'll ask him if I don't forget. Ashley, what's going on? What is it? My son Tim is furious that he's cutting me off. Ashley, I heard you told him you want to divorce him because I'm dating your brother. Yes, I did. He says it's my fault that your marriage is going bad, so he says he's going to leave me. I want my son back. Leaving you is too exaggerate. I don't understand what you're doing and I can't support you. So I thought it would be difficult to continue living a normal life with him. I don't want to get involved with you. That's what I told him. You thief. Tim belongs to me, so give him back to me right now. That is not what I decide. Please talk it over with him. Also, I talked to my brother and his wife too. I expect you to hear from him soon. From Ken? Yes, he wants to talk to you. Oh my, I think he's finally going to talk about us finally getting together. Oh, now he's calling me. I'll talk to you later. Ashley, what's going on? Why is everyone leaving me? Are you jealous of me? I think I'm a good mother-in-law. Don't take my important person from me. Don't say it like I'm the bad one. I didn't take anything from you. I didn't tell anyone what to do. They all did it with their own will. That's a lie. You made up the story for your own convenience. I am different from you. And as for my brother's wife, she's actually a friend of mine. What? We are good friends. I can't ignore when my friend is suffering. My friend is so exhausted that I can't even look at her. I feel sorry for the child too. What are you talking about? I talked with my brother and finally got him to confess the affair. My husband and I live separately from you, and he thought he wouldn't be found out even if he met you. Affair? That's ridiculous. My brother is not staying at my cousin's house. He usually lives with his wife and children. I won't believe it. That's not true. What did he say on the phone just now? He was mumbling and he said that he loves me, but we have to break up under some sort of circumstance. But he said he would text me. That's because he still thinks of me, right? I'll wait. I see. Sandy, did he tell you he's divorced? I thought his wife had filed it, but she hasn't, so he told me to wait for him to get it done. And what about the child? Well, it seems that it is true that his wife is pregnant, but it's not his child. He said she had an affair and it's her boyfriend's child. What the hell? Did my brother really say that? Yes, it's really terrible. I feel sorry for him. He's too good to forgive about his stepdaughter and the pregnant child. I mean, his wife is a terrible person. I'm trembling in anger and disappointed. Oh, that ex-wife? Yeah, even though she's your friend, you can't cover up for her. I understand. No, of course it's my brother. The child he has now and the new baby are my brother's. I can't forgive him even though he's my brother. I'll make sure he takes responsibility for this. What are you talking about? I feel sorry for him. You can't be a sister who doesn't believe what her own brother says. Maybe it's all his ex-wife's fault. He's already fulfilling his responsibility. I'm telling you, he's making up stories for his convenience. They are not divorced, nor do they plan to be, and it's 100% true that the child are my brother's, including the one in her belly. Ashley, I hate to tell you this, but I think your friend is lying to you. Your friend is very cunning. My friend is firm, kind, and a good wife. It's my brother who is a liar and a scumbag. But that's exactly what he said. Enough pretending to be deceived by him. You have realized what's really going on, haven't you? How far are you going to disappoint your son? Tim is crying beside me. What? Tim is there too? I was worried because he didn't answer my calls no matter how many times I called. Can you tell him to pick up the phone? I don't think that's possible. He has decided not to. He canceled his cell phone and deleted your number. He also changed his number because he doesn't want to be in touch with you anymore. No way. It's true. I'll go get his stuff at your house later. No, give me back my son. I don't know how long you're going to pretend to be deceived, but you're going to keep waiting for my brother? I'm not pretending, it's all true. When someone you love tells you to wait, you would wait, don't you? I won't leave him. I'm sorry to tell you this, but my brother and his family have moved away. Huh? It seems that my brother got scared because you persistently insisted on not leaving. To protect his family, he moved out and changed job to work for a relative's company. That's not what he told me. I know for now that wife and child will be taken in by a relative, and eventually Ken will live with me. Are you listening to me? I told you that they all moved out. Why don't you accept the reality? Please stop interpreting it in a convenient way. But we love each other. I said he ran away from you. That's not love. You gave him money to keep him with you. I didn't give him. I lent him money. That's right. He owes me money. I can go after him to get it back, right? Please stop it. I know my brother has done something bad, but please don't destroy his family's happiness any further. He should want to stay with me. His wife must have tricked him. I have to help him soon. I'm the only one who can save him. My brother doesn't want your help. You were used by him. Please face the reality. He went back to his wife. He swore to start over. I won't believe it. When my brother moved out, he canceled his cell phone and gave it to me. He said he would never contact you again. You'll never hear from him again. That number is no longer used, so you can't call him. That's a lie. True love comes with obstacles. I won't let that happen. It's true. My brother lied to you to break up with you. Oh no. I will pay back every penny you spent on him. I believe my brother will rebuild their bond in the new place. Please don't ever bother them. Tim and Ken are gone, and I have no one. What am I supposed to do alone? Ashley, do something about it. There is nothing I can do. Do you think there is happiness at the end of a relationship with a married man? You've been punished for having an affair. I couldn't handle this situation on my own, so I talked to my parents about it, and they got furious. They forced Ken to move to a company owned by a relative near my parents' house. He is watched by everyone every day. His cell phone is set up so that we always know where he is. And his monthly allowance, which used to be $700, is now $100. He brings lunch made by his wife every day. Sandy could not stand the loneliness, so she became addicted to hot guys at a bar at her age. She seems to have fallen in love with one guy who was a good talker on a different level from my brother. And she is once again giving him a lot of money. At this rate, I'm so worried about her life when she turns old, but she is responsible for herself, isn't she?
Hey Caroline, are you free right now? I hope you've thought about moving in together. We've talked about it so many times. We haven't talked about it at all since then. I'm still doing okay, but it's been 3 years since my husband passed away. I'm not young anymore. I think it's a good idea for us to start living together sooner rather than later. Good evening, Fiona. Ah, that? Let me be honest with you, since you don't seem to understand in a roundabout way. We can't have another person live here with us at this moment. Huh? What do you think you're saying that based on? You are currently unemployed, right? Daniel told me that you recently quit your part-time job. If you really want to live with us, you have to work. Huh? Instead of taking care of an old lady, you want me to work? Why should I work if I'm going to live with my son and his wife? How dare you talk to me like that? I mean, you're being supported by him, and who do you think you are? But I'm working too. Huh? Working? Don't make me laugh. A shifty part-timer doesn't have a right to speak like that. No, I work full-time. Don't get me wrong. I quit my job in preparation for moving in with you guys. What? It's hard for me to commute. It takes me an hour to get to my workplace from your house. In that case, I have no choice but to quit. Your job was cashier, right? Then why don't you find one nearby before you move in? You're so picky. All about money. Forget it. I've decided to move in with you. And you know, I don't like small houses, and I can't live with 3 people in a 1DK apartment. Buy a house or an apartment right away. At least sign a lease for a bigger apartment and move out as soon as possible. No. What is impossible is impossible. Please do not decide on your own. The size should be at least 3 LDK. Please don't behave recklessly. I didn't agree to live with you. I didn't ask for your opinion. This is a mother-in-law's decision. I'll talk to Daniel since he's the head of the family, and we'll decide as we go along. So you should start packing your things too. That's terrible. That's too selfish. Fiona, what did you do? You sent a resignation letter to my workplace without my permission? Yes, I did. It was for your own good. I'm glad they received it. You're glad? So it was you after all. Why would you do that? Why are you harassing me like that? If you quit the company, you wouldn't know what to do. Now you'll have to move in with me. Fiona, you were close. That resignation letter is invalid. Huh? Of course. It wasn't written by me. Besides, I'm a competent person at my company. Do you know what will happen if I quit? You don't have to get so hyper. You just need to concentrate on moving out and getting ready to move in with me, and then find another job when you move back in. It may be difficult to find a full-time job, but there are plenty of part-time jobs out there. I can't be that patient. A part-time? Do you think we have enough savings? Huh? I've had many discussions with Daniel, but he doesn't even think about earning more. I want him to think more about the future and work more diligently, and yet, can you tell him about it? If you want to live together, that's the first step. Caroline, do you even know what you're saying? You spend that much money? Excuse me? How can you say that his income is not enough? How can you live like that? Do you know how much his income is? Of course! I am his mother. Of course I know. I heard it directly from him. Do you really think, with that amount of money, that we can both live a normal life without any jobs? Yes! Why do you ask? If you don't spend much money outside, we will have more than enough. Actually, more. I'm not spending a lot. I'm saving it. Oh my! How extravagant you are. I can't believe you need to save money with his income. Excuse me, Fiona. I feel we are not on the same page. Are you okay? Do you really know how much he earns? You're persistent. I told you I heard from him. Is your sense of finances okay? How have you been living until now? That's rude. Same to you. I'm a normal person. I can say that saving money is my hobby. I thought it's you who have a different sense. Oh my God, that's stubbornness and boldness. We can't communicate. I'll talk it over with Daniel. Oh, by the way, he has been staying at your house, right? Yes, I'm keeping him around. It would be better if he stayed here so that I can talk to him. He doesn't respond to any texts or calls from me. Why is that? I don't want him to get on your bad side. I don't want you to interfere with our plans to move in together. Hey, please don't proceed with the conversation on your own. If I respect your opinion, which you are against, we will not be able to move on at all. I'll tell you when everything is finalized regarding moving in together. I can't take that in. I am his wife. That attitude is only for now. Once we start living together, I will put a lot of effort into training you, so be prepared.
Hey sis, long time no see. Can I talk to you? I'm in a bit of trouble.
Hey Keith, long time no see. What's up?
I'm on my way home from a business trip.
Oh really? Finally? Congratulations.
Well, my house was stolen. I mean, it's like, I know it's kind of weird.
Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way that could happen.
It's been a while since I went home, so I thought I'd use this weekend to do some maintenance on my house over here. But it seems like someone is living in there. I went there at night and the lights were on.
What? We have to call the police about that.
Of course, I was in a hurry and thought about doing that too. But when I asked the neighbors first, they told me that someone moved in a week ago. I don't want to tell you this, but I heard your husband and his mother's name.
What? How is that possible?
I don't know. I thought it would be a good idea to check with you before I call the police since you have the key to my house, so I texted you. Do you have any idea?
Hold on a second. I want to check on something. Sorry, I think they've done it. It's my fault.
What happened?
I put the key in the safe so that I don't lose, but it's missing. Only Daniel and I know the password to that safe, so maybe he took it.
Why in the world would they do that?
Actually, his mother was pushing me to move in with her, but I told her that in order to live with us, she would have to work too. She told me that she had already quit her part-time job, and I didn't have to work if I'm going to live with her.
Well, you can't live like that. You work full-time, so you guys are able to make the living, right? She doesn't have a job and wants to live with you?
I've tried to explain it to her, but it seemed like we were not on the same page. Daniel is at her house and ignoring my calls. I've been having a hard time communicating with them, and it has led to this mess.
I see. They have done it in a very sneaky way. So they decide everything without talking to you and making you trouble since you don't listen to them. I don't know why, but I'm guessing that they decided to use my house to live. That's a pretty bold move. Perhaps they took the advantage of the fact that the house owner, which is me, is away on a 3-year business trip at the local branch office, huh? Well, that sounds smart but brazen.
Maybe that's what they are planning. Sorry, Keith. I'll do something about it. I never thought they would steal the house you bought.
It's not your fault, sis. So, let me think what I can do. Of course, I'll help you.
Where are you now?
At my friend's place. I've got a place where I can settle down, so I'm fine. You just take care of yourself.
Okay, thanks. I can't forgive them. I'll call his mother. Depending on what they say, I'm prepared for the worst case. Fiona, how are you? It seems that you moved out without telling me, but where on earth did you move to? Oh, Caroline, I was just about to call you. I wouldn't do something so mean. Am I correct in assuming that Daniel is with you at your new place? Yes, of course. My son is with me. I didn't tell you because you are so insane and stubborn that I decided to give you a punishment before we move in together. Why would you do that? I don't remember doing anything to be punished. You are still saying that? I feel sorry for Daniel who has a wife like this. If you continue to be so selfish, we will have to consider divorce. What have I done? I don't remember doing anything to lead to divorce. That's enough. You're being supported by him. God, you're wrong. You think I'm the one being supported by him? That's right. We don't need a wife who doesn't treat her husband well, who makes $7,000 a month. $7,000? Did he really say $7,000? If you don't want to get divorced, apologize and agree to live with me. I'll forgive you if you apologize properly. Of course, I'll tell you where to move in after that. If you get down on your knees and beg me to move in with you, I'll tell you where to live. LOL. Demanding me to get down on my knees through a text? You want me to send you a picture of me on my knees? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's nice. I decline. Huh? There's no reason for me to do that. I don't have to apologize, and why should I? Caroline, all you do is talk back at me like that. You really are stubborn. Is it okay if Daniel divorces you? Yes, I'm so tired of it, so it's fine. Maybe it's better that way. Huh? Because think about it. I can divorce a husband with $700 income every month. What $700? Yes, his monthly income is $700. Did you know? It's just a part-time job. Don't make bad jokes. What the hell are you saying? Daniel is a high-class employee. His monthly salary is $7,000. You don't understand. Who told you $7,000? I told you many times. I asked Daniel. When I asked him about his monthly income, he used his fingers to say 7. With his fingers, wow. So he didn't verbally say 7,000? What? Surely he would be embarrassed to say 700. It's also your problem to assume it's 7,000 instead of thinking it as 700. Unfortunately, it is true that his income is $700. And yet, you've caused such trouble and people involved who have nothing to do with it. I don't want a husband like that anymore. Oh, fine. Same to you. I don't need a lying wife either. Well then, divorcing would be fine, right? I mean, I'm divorcing him. Then I'll be relieved. Yeah, sore loser. Well then, Daniel and I will live happily together in this 4DK house that he bought for me. Sorry, no. That house will be returned to its real owner. What? Return it? The real owner? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. Caroline, what the hell is this? It's you, isn't it? Your brother came to me and asked me to leave this house. You siblings are just like each other. What's going on? Oh, he already came? What the hell? What do you mean he already came? Give me a break. That house was purchased by my brother. Huh? My brother Keith had a dream of having his own house from an early age. In order to buy a house, he worked hard at part-time jobs since he was a student, and after 8 years of working, he got his own house at the age of 26, even though he is single. You and Daniel moved into that precious house. What are you talking about? When his house was built, he couldn't live there yet because he was transferred to a local branch office for a limited period of 3 years. While he was away, I kept the spare key since I live in the next town. But it seems that Daniel took that spare key without permission and in a secret. What? I don't know what you heard from him, but it must have been very frustrating for my brother, who is the real owner of the house. It's a brand new house. When he came home from maintenance, such as weeding the garden and cleaning the house, he found out that someone had been living there. Of course, he would ask you guys to leave. I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do? It's simple. Why don't you just leave? I don't recommend you to run away or stay in the house because it won't be good for you. I can't just leave right away. Then you tell your brother that he should give this house to me and Daniel right now. Yes, that's it. Huh? What are you saying? Are you okay? Oh, of course I'm sure. He's the wife's brother, so he should listen to in-laws. What you're saying is insane. But unfortunately, actually, me and Daniel were not married anymore. Huh? Just a while ago, I finalized the divorce. What? That's impossible! Daniel hasn't responded yet. No, I had already asked him long ago. I'm so glad I prepared for it. What do you mean? You really don't know anything, do you? Daniel quit the company 6 months ago without telling me. What? That's a lie, right? Well, I thought it was irresponsible, but I can't help that he already quit. So I was working full-time for a while, supporting our life, and thinking that in the meantime, he could work part-time and look for a job. But what was he thinking? He didn't start looking for a job after a month, and occasionally go out for a short-term job or a day job, and the rest of the time, he would just laze around. I tried to rush him, but it only ended up in a fight. I was afraid that if we didn't do something, we would both fall apart. So I made him respond the paper with the promise that if he didn't find a new job in the next 5 months, we would get divorced. But when I looked at the calendar, I saw that the deadline had passed, so unfortunately, we are divorced. A part-time job? A day job? No way! You've got to be kidding! Then is it true that he earns $700? You should ask him for the number firmly and verbally. I'm not his wife anymore. I am divorced, so I have no further interest in telling his financial situation. And since you guys are trespassing, my brother has called the police. The police? Of course. You're staying in someone else's house without permission. Please get out of my brother's house as soon as possible. It's better for your own sake. That's all I have to say. Please accept this as my last kindness. Excuse me, Caroline! Now, if you'll excuse me.
How's it going, sis? Anything I can do to help?
Well, I've decided where I'm going to move to, so I guess the first thing I need to do is packing.
I see. Well, I'll go help. Leave the heavy lifting to me.
Hey, what are you going to do with that house? It's a great new place to live, but you know that thing happened before the actual owner lives in?
Haha, I know, right? Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you something about that. Actually, the land in that area has skyrocketed and I was able to sell it for almost as much as I paid for it. I couldn't live in that place anymore, so...
Oh wow, that's great.
I got the fee for the inconvenience from them, and when I get transferred back here, I'll look for a better place to live.
Yeah, take your time to find a nice house this time, okay? I'll help you too. I'm glad it didn't become a negative experience for you.
I know, right? I'm totally fine. And you too, sis. I know you're starting from scratch again, but hang in there. I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Well, call me anytime. I'll come visit you at your new place when I get out of the busy work season.
Yeah, see you. After talking to Fiona, she was taken in a police car with Daniel, and she was sobbing. Even at the police station, she kept making excuses, making everyone tired. Finally, her uncle came to pick them up from the countryside and took them home. She had been lied by Daniel that he had bought a house, so she was a victim in one way. They had a big fight every day because she mistakenly thought that his monthly salary was $7,000 instead of $700. But the uncle got furious and told them both to work, and then they finally started to look for a job. Thanks to this, I finally live in peace. My hard work was praised at work, and I was successfully promoted to a full-time employee. I was able to start my post-divorce life with stability. As a side note, Fiona's habit of making wild assumptions has not been changed. I heard a few months later that she caused some trouble in my old apartment and the landlord sued her for damages.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!